What's up, you guys? Sasha the Boss here, and today is another Neca tmnt action figure review. Okay, guys, this is the new Holothon Fugitoid from the Mirage comics. This is a character that's been a fan favorite for many years, and one of my personal favorite tmnt characters. A little fun fact about this figure right here, Fugitoid. There's two variants of this figure. This is the $30 adaptation of Fugitoid, and there's also a $100 one signed by Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is something very cool and fascinating. Okay, so right here, this is Fugitoid by Neca Toys, and this is the brand new Mirage Packaging, the new Mirage line that TMNT came out. This is brand new for 2022, and it's part of the new Holothon lineup for Neca Toys. And this is to be the first of many videos of the Holothon collaboration from TMNT. So okay, guys, with that being said, let's take a look at Fugitoid's packaging and crack this thing open and see what he's all about. Okay, guys, Fugitoid right here on the top corner says Nickelodeon, Neca Toys, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mirage comics. I love the old, almost like a sandbag kind of thing, the beach bag, the burlap bag almost style packaging with that bleach, almost like newspaper. The figure in the bubble. Kevin Eastman and Lord's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fugitoid looks right out of a comic book page. On the side art, it really reminds me of the WWE Elites. It says Kevin Eastman and Leonardo's Ninja Turtles. And then the back of the packaging, I love the back. It's a little bit of a comic. We got the comic Raphael right there next to Fugitoid. And then all the different accessories for Fugitoid. And the different little accessories that he comes with. Which is really cool. I love the back of the packaging. And then to be continued, we get Krang. And then we get Casey Jones. So I'm super hyped for the Casey Jones figures. I don't have Casey Jones. And then this Time Person. So I might get the Krang depending on it. But I'm definitely going to get the Casey Jones, and maybe I'm passing on this figure, so either of these two, but I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of the Mirage, but I'm more fan. Don't get me wrong, the Mirage comics are super fun. They're very dark and they're super cool, full of art. But I just love the classic 80s cartoon the most. On the back it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then on the bottom this is a NECA figure. It says who's responsible for all the figures. In case you want to find the figure. Here's the barcode right here, and it's made in China. And it says it's 2021. No, this came out in 2022. Maybe it was developed then? I don't know. But at the director here, we got Randy Felk, Trevor, Sculpt, Josh, so many really cool prototypes, Roger Rodriguez, photography, Stefan McSauce, packaging. That'd be such a cool job to have a, Kevin Eastman did the illustrations. That's awesome. He actually worked on this box. Who knew? Okay. It'd be also kind of cool to be a toy photographer for NECA, just to be honest. This is super cool. I love the box. Love the box. Love the comic book style artwork. And Kevin Eastman's work is phenomenal. He's one of the best. And he's also the first in the line, which is kind of cool. And there's Fugitoid in the corner. Okay, with that being said, let's crack this figure open and see what it's all about. And before we begin, Fugitoid, if you do not know who the Fugitoid character is, he had a really good story arc in the 2014 series, the 4Kids series, he has an arc, and then he was in the Mirage comics for some time. And the Fugitoid character is pretty much the same adaptation because he was created by a scientist who empowered his brain inside of him, Professor Honeydew, something like that. And he's a really cool droid. He helps the turtles from the turtles' allies. Super cool figure. I just can't wait to take this thing out and show you guys. This is probably the most anticipated thing for me on a Holothon. That's at least affordable because the 4-pack is really expensive for a lot of people. Okay. Without me rumbling, let's get this review on the road and tell you guys about. Also, a pro tip: if you want to be a minty fresh box collector, keep the box. Meanwhile, you can also take it out from the bottom, like I did right here. Okay, guys, here's Fugitoid in the bubble. This is what Fugitoid looks like in his glorious bubble. His bubble is actually pretty big. It honestly reminds me of the same packaging they put Monte Gecko in. He's a pretty short figure, to be honest. Also, we got this really cool Mirage backdrop. I think that connects to the rest of the line. This is a little street alley. I just love the backdrop here. Looks really cool. And you can honestly do so many cool things with your photography if you want to utilize this backdrop. I believe it connects somewhere, but I could be honestly wrong. I don't know. There's nothing that says it connects. Maybe it does, looking by the alleyway, but I don't know. Super cool little honestly, it reminds me of Hey Arnold. If you know the artwork from Hey Arnold, it kind of reminds me of Hey Arnold, like street, like from the show. Kind of cool. Love Kevin Eastman's work. Super cool guy.
Now, my friends, it's time for a little operation.
Okay, guys, here's Fugitoid out of the packaging. Before we begin, take a look at some of his accessories. Okay, guys, Fugitoid comes with a lot of accessories, guys. First up, let's talk about his weapons. Fugitoid actually comes with a big blue bazooka. I just love the color on this. It's probably really cool with the foot soldier, to be honest. There's so much really cool detail on this bazooka type of gun, you know, almost like this rocket style blaster, you know, rocket launcher. Love the black and blue paint job all over this thing. Looks something straight out of the comics. Looks super cool. And I love this little texture piece right here. Great job, Neca. Yeah, looks really cool. Really cool gun there. Next up, he actually comes with two little pistols. These, by far, my friends, are some of my favorite weapons. Actually, this figure actually comes with some of my favorite accessories. I love dual-wielded pistols. And this whole design of this pistol is, I just love how the fact that the barrel has like these little hollow indents in them, which is really cool. And it's like playing with on the other side, but I love the frame of the gun. Looks like a screwdriver times amazingness. Love the sculpt. It looks really nice. You get two of those. That's one of them. The other one has to be my favorite design because it's actually something I love to hold in my hand. I love how it looks like a pistol. Something like futuristic technology. It looks super cool. I love this thing. Speaking of weapons, he actually comes with a rocket launcher, which is really cool. This is his rocket arm. You actually put the hand in here in his arm. I might demonstrate that, but you have to take off the other thing, and I don't want to ruin the figure. So there's that. This is super kind of cool. I don't know how I'm gonna utilize this thing. Love the paint job. I love the yellow lights. The red paint looks really cool. I love the dark blue, like the navy blue and the black. Really make this thing pop. It's like some uses of yellow. Just honestly, just make this textile thing look awesome. Very futuristic. Just be really careful with it because it may be fragile to some people. Yes. Now time for the Gunmetal Colors. This is the Gunmetal Gray Blaster looking thing. Not sure what this is called in the comics, but it looks really unique. I'm not really sure what this is, to be honest. I love the little wear and tear on there on the right little side right there I showed you. I just love how like these like the Sharpie like outlining thing for the Neca figures, which is just super cool. Yeah, really cool by Neca there. Not sure if I'll be using this one either. He also comes with a set of these Prism Cuffs. I think this is the time when he gets stuck in prison. I think I have this upside down. It has some scratch marks all over it and the red triangle. It looks really nice. I'm not really sure how to display this little accessory. It looks really cool, pretty hollow. It opens up in the middle. And the same thing on this side. You can honestly use this as some technology for back to Stockman. I don't know. I don't know what this is. It looks like some device, like some piece of handcuffs from Dimension X. A little scratched up on the bottom, but I don't care. This is one of the figures I've been anticipating for a long time. Finally, guys, we got these little like sausage little fingers for Fugitoid. This is his little hands. Looks really cool. He has an open set of hands. These are the open hands, I think, the open fingers. I love the little worm details of the figures. It makes them look robotic and really futuristic. I think you have to heat this up before finishing the hands because you do not want to break the socket on the joints if you ever want to utilize the open hand look. I prefer how he comes in the packaging, by the way. And then he also comes with a set of closed hands. I don't think these are grabbing hands, to be honest. But they're just hands in general. I got two sets of different hands, so you got 4 sets of hands in total.
which is really cool. Just 3 sets of hands and throw the figure, which is
okay.
Cool.
Now some of the video for everyone's opinion. This is my opinion on the figure, and this is why everyone really stopped to see this video to begin with, just to see Fugitoid, because everyone knows he's a fan favorite. And now it's time to take a closer look at this iconic character. Okay, starting off right here, let's take a look at the head sculpt of Fugitoid. This actually looks really adorable. Like, I love Fugitoid. Like, he's so cool. And actually having him in person, his eyes look awesome. Looks like he just stepped out of the comics or the cartoon. I just love these like black glossy lines all over this gunmetal silver they're using with a white spot varnish on the actual head on here. And I love the sculpting on this figure too. It looks well furnished. It looks beautiful. Look at the glossy detail on the head of Fugitoid. Looking really cool. And the eyes and the facial expressions look awesome. I don't know if there's an articulated jaw. I think there is. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna do articulation. Going down the figure, you can see his little neck. I love these little wire things. I think it's actually on bendy wire, to be honest. Like those Gumby, yeah, you know, Gumby, the green thing. Yeah, it looks like something like that. Looks super dope. On the chest right here, this is really cool. I was wondering how they did this. This thing is like very like hollow and dense. At the same time, it's like really fragile. I don't know. I'm scared to bend it. Right here, we got the beautiful torso of Fugitoid. I love what they did with the chest plate here. It looks really cool. Love the outline of the gray and the black wash shadow and the little white marks. The white marks really give it like contrast and the element of he's like a damaged droid, like from the outer space. It looks super sick. I absolutely love that design. And then going down from the figure, you can actually see like some red polka dots coming out of the figure. And I'm afraid if you move this around too much, they won't line up properly. So you gotta be really careful when like displaying the figure. So I might demonstrate how to do it, but I just don't want to move these in a row to like, scuff up the paint marks of this beautiful design. I just love the coloring here. Got the white little like stone marks, got the black little coal marks. Looks really cool, guys. Next up, guys, on this little lower half, this is the crotch region. I love the gray and the black wash right there and the white little speckle. The white speckles, I said this a lot, have amazing things on the figure. And then the hips have the exact same thing, the black and the gray. And then going down from the figure, we actually get the same really cool robotic black wash and silver on this thing. Looks phenomenal. Love the paint job and the sculpt of Fugitoid. And then on the hands, his gauntlets look really nice too. He actually just has the same thing I talked about before, and the sausage little fingers for his little hands. And then on his little feet, he has these big astronaut-looking boots. With the same wash everywhere. It looks like a mountain, really. It looks like a piece of rock, you know, it looks like a cartoon rock, to be honest, which is really cool. And then on the side, you got the really cool moon shoes, and then it says, Vidicom, Neca 2021, and made in China. On the bottom of the feet, so legalese on the feet. On the sides of his arms, you got this beautiful wiring, like I said, and the shoulder pads look really nice. And then looking at the back of the figure, he looks super cool. I love the white and gray marks on the figure. The wash looks beautiful. And then the back, I love the battle damage look to the character. And he looks super cool. Okay, guys, it's time for the moment of truth. This is the articulation of Fugitoid by Neca Toys. And he stands up relatively fine, to be honest. Okay, so his head moves, guys. You move his head up. Head can go up like this, and it go down, and it can go side to side. So be careful with the neck hinge. I kind of want the head to be straight like this. His arms move out this much, guys. It's a bendy arm. You can like bend it all around you want like this. I just don't want to ruin the figure, so yeah, I'm gonna be careful with it. His arms do bend. His legs are the same way. They move out this much, guys. Legs move out this much. Move bend. Doesn't have double joint knees because there's bendy wire everywhere. Torso moves this much. His arms are also on a joint, but I don't want to bend the arms. The back is the same thing. So he does that ab crunch forward. A little bit of diaphragm pivot right there. And you just don't want to screw this thing up. Like, he's beautiful. Like, you do not want to
take this figure to granted. Like, you can move the arms, you can bend the arms, but it's really hard to get him like to this neutral stance for Fugitoid. Like, one of these figures is like a statue. You do not want to like screw around this figure too much, just because he gets bent in his arms like I did. I don't want to bend the figure too much because I'm really scared it's gonna ruin the paint and the appreciation of the character. Also, let's check if his jaw. Let's check if his jaw articulates. Okay, let's check if the jaw articulates. Does it articulate? No, I don't think so. I don't want to screw around with it. There's also everyone's like bendy wire on the head, so you can just like pose it the way you want. Yeah, I'm posing it like this. Yeah, that's like what Fugitoid looks like. You know, you just kind of want them to take a neutral stance, and you do not want to bend the arms. Like, the arms are like something I'm afraid to mess around with, afraid to touch, just because I know it's a really detailed action figure you can bend. I love the engineering of this figure, to be honest. Okay, guys, now it's time to do some comparisons for a Fugitoid figure. Starting up, let's take a look with him. You can actually have the gun at his side if you just really wanted to have the figure like this. I think it looks really cool like this. The little blaster in his hand. I don't know, it's up to you how you want to display your Fugitoid figure. For me, I like him without his accessories to make him neutral, just because he's a really cool robot. And this is one of the figures, like I said, it's like one of those statue figures. You don't want to mess around too much with this, because he fits in with the other mainline display, I think. Well, we'll find out. So right here, we have, holy cow, he's really short compared to Irma right here. This is Irma from the Monte Gecko set. He actually stands really low compared to Fugitoid. Like, Fugitoid's like ginormous compared to Irma. And he's also from outer space. But they actually look really good together, like side by side. Next up, we have one of my favorite turtles. This is Leonardo next to Fugitoid. And next to Fugitoid, he looks pretty short. Leonardo does. Like Fugitoid's slightly taller than an average turtle. Huh, that looks really cool right there. And then for a humanoid character, I brought out the Shredder. That's probably my only not my only Neca humanoid character. But the Shredder, compared to Fugitoid, it's pretty ginormous. Yeah, it's a big figure. I kind of want to know how big he is next to Splinter and Backer Shockman. I didn't grab them. I just got these three just to show you the comparison. Oh yeah, he also does ab crunch forward too. I just figured out how to do the ab crunch. Okay, guys, he does ab crunch. He can move down, move up, and he kind of moves side to side. Yeah, his ab crunch. Just gotta be really careful with the figure. It's kind of loose now. So don't want to mess around too much. Okay, guys, overall, this figure is phenomenal. He is so much fun to play with. If you guys love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and if you're like a diehard fan who loves the series and stuff, you would actually love Fugitoid. Like, he's a fan favorite, and this figure is like a 10 out of 10 for all those collectors. For me, he's a phenomenal figure. Even though I'm afraid to articulate him to the point, because I'm afraid of his joints will not work if I bend him too much. But he's just like a really cool figure. It's like a statuette, you know? He's a figure that really makes your mainline display even better. And the person who doesn't have all four turtles, I really appreciate the turtle figures I have. And Neca is outstanding with their works. And right now, this figure, the engineering of this figure is awesome. Like, Neca, this is a figure that really surprised me. I can't even tell you how much this figure surprised me a lot. I love this figure. I was kind of interested, too, to see how this figure actually moves around. And getting this in hand is just spectacular. It's a really fun experience moving around this figure, and I highly recommend it to a lot of turtle fans. My only gripe is I wish there's a way that I can actually articulate the arms a little bit better. I'm just fine with the neutral stance for Fugitoid, but other than that, this figure is worth the price. I highly recommend you guys, if you're at Target and you look for Fugitoid, I say get it. If you're a big fan of the Turtles, I say get this figure. This is an amazing figure, and a lot of fans would absolutely love this thing. With that being said, it's Sasha Boss here, and this figure, I honestly give it a solid 10 out of 10 for the character standpoint of Fugitoid, but as an action figure, a solid 8 out of 10. But other than that, I'm out of here. And other than that, I'll see you guys later. My only gripe is, I wish they give you a light-up feature for the eyes, and I wish they should give you an extra head sculpt. But other than that, I'm out of here, and thank you guys for watching, and see more videos like this in the future, and stay tuned for more Holothon.